Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. So a little bit different video today. I am going to both of my booths and beginning a reset. So I have all that stuff you saw in the previous episode, kind of the spring collection. So I'm starting to pull some of those pieces. I've got to figure out what's going to be coming out of the booth that either hasn't sold or is just not in season anymore. And so I got all that other stuff priced and you know, cleaned, took all the tags off, price, so that's ready to go. So I'm gonna take those up there today and just move everything around. I think my booths need it because other than shifting a few items here and there, I really haven't done a full reset since I moved into the booth, which has been about 3 months now. So let's head to town. We're gonna go to Coeur and go first stop at the Looking Glass. All right, so welcome to the Looking Glass on 4th. This is a big vintage mall that is in Midtown in Coeur d'Alene. They've got some really fun spaces here. All right, so here's my space. When you move into the Looking Glass, they start you just out on a shelf. So I haven't moved up to a big booth yet. So I just have this little wall space here, but my goal today is take down all the old stuff and I'm gonna clear everything off. And I really just want to bring in some brighter colors since even though it's January, I'm already thinking ahead for spring. So let's go ahead and get this cleared out.
A little different than all the rest.
Okay, luckily that went pretty quick because it is a small space. I really don't have any plans, so I'm just gonna start pulling things out of the boxes there and plug and play.
Fashioned where I had sometimes played chess, and when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to score. So I dream on to someday find that vintage love. Kept on looking, but everyone's such a bore. And out of a sudden, you came through the door.
Okay, it's definitely looking better and much more colorful and brighter. I'm gonna hang those two pictures up there on that wall, and I still need to go to a thrift store today to find a lampshade for that. Okay, so I think this is the final product. I have a lot more spring stuff in storage, so I'll be bringing in more. I did keep a few of the older things. I moved them kind of to the bottom there, but it's a lot more colorful, and I think it'll work for now. I'm gonna go see if I can find a lampshade.
The next table, your whiskey neat. The lights were dimmed as our eyes met, and you saw me, and forevermore to share that vintage dream.
Since there's a thrift store right across the street, I'm gonna check here first to see if I can find a shade. Oh, but this stopped me in my tracks. Dang, it's damaged. That is so cute though. I love the shape on that. Well, they have a few lamps, but the only shade I'm finding is this one. I don't really like that. Actually, I think it goes with that lamp. I wonder if they would sell me a shade from some of the other lamps. Might as well do a little shopping while I'm here. The shelves are actually pretty full today. Those are actually really pretty. There's 2 of them. $2 a piece. Okay, definitely grabbing those. I've also been seeing some resellers pick up these book holders. $3.25. I think with a little wood oil that could come back to life. I think I'm gonna grab that. All the Easter bunnies are starting to come out. I just love bunnies. My grandmother loved bunnies too. I've got some of hers that she had. They're very special. There's a couple, but I don't really like those. Well, no lampshade, but I am excited, very excited about these two things, especially these candlestick holders. I love that twisted wood and the two-tone. Very, very cool. So I'm gonna head to another store. They usually have a pretty big selection of lampshades and see what they have there. And I think it's also half off day, which would be even better. Okay, let's hope St. Vinny's delivers today. All right, I'm hoping I can find a silk one. That's what I really would like. So it's for that chinoiserie lamp, and I just think that would look good with that style. This one's actually not bad. Except it's broken. Yeah, that would probably wobble. Well, that is strike two, so the hunt continues. Well, my quest for lampshades is not going so well today. However, I'm finding all kinds of other treasures. I got this table. I'll show you better when I get home. $10. It's just a really pretty dark wood, kind of minimalist table, and I think that'll be great to put in the store for staging. I got this old horses book. Anything horses does really well. So I got that, and this I'm really excited about, which I will also show you at home because it's kind of big. But it's this hand, like, I don't know what kind of stitching you call this, but this like native runner. It's amazing. I love the colors. It's so good. And it was only $5. It's beautiful. I'm so excited about that. And then the last thing I just picked up at this store was this handmade little pottery. And I just love the shape on that and the stripes. You don't see stripes super often. I paid $5 for that, not too bad, but there's no marking on it. So I guess it's a studio pottery piece, but they just didn't sign it. So found a few little treasures. I'm gonna go hit up one more thrift store to see if they have any shades. And then I'm gonna call it a day after that. So I did get the one booth, which you saw, pretty much redone. I've got to bring some more stuff in. I went by my storage and picked up like 3 more boxes of some spring items. I'm going to take those home tonight and work on pricing those and drop off some more things tomorrow. I need to get a lot more stuff, which I'm going to see how much I have in these boxes. So I didn't even do anything at the other booth today at Paris, just because I ended up using everything in the Looking Glass booth. All right, here we go, last stop. Well, no shades again, but I got this old wood frame. So apparently this is a thrifting video, and I don't mind it. So we are gonna call it a night. I'm gonna go home and start working on all the boxes that I got, and then we will see you either tomorrow or another day, same video, when I do the reset at the other booth. So I wanted to do a little haul for y'all from today that was completely unplanned. So these are all of the gems I found while I was looking for lampshades today. I just love it. You never know what you're gonna find. So this is that table. I need to tighten up the screws a little bit, but isn't that cute? It was only $10. And here's a better view of that runner. It's beautiful. It's bled a little bit from, it was probably washed, but it's got the Thunderbirds, or some kind of birds. Just a really interesting pattern, handmade piece. I just love that. And for $5, that was a definite yes. And yeah, so here's the rest of the treasures, which y'all saw on camera. I actually picked these two things up yesterday, and y'all didn't see any footage of that, so I'm gonna show you those real quick. This is a studio pottery ashtray or little trinket bowl, catch-all bowl. And then this little studio pottery piece, it's just a good neutral, and I like the size of it. I'm actually gonna be keeping that because I am collecting different stoneware pieces, and I wanna do a bunch of different mixed pieces in my kitchen. here's my current collection. I have another bigger bowl. It's in the fridge right now because it's being used, but I have a couple little plates there. And over here, I picked these up at a garage sale probably like 2 years ago, I want to say. And it's by this company in Montana, Stika? I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but they're gorgeous. I love like that just kind of organic shape of those. So I am collecting stoneware pieces because what I would like to do is replace this whole set of plates here from Bed Bath & Beyond, which they're fine, but I want to level up a little bit. All right, and I got these boxes unloaded from my car. So this is the next project, is to go through and clean and price all of this inventory. So don't go anywhere, the video is not over. We are going to pause and I will see you some other day going through all that inventory and working on the next booth reset. Okay, it's the next week and we are gonna pick up right where we left off. Today is the big reset day at Paris Vintage Market, where one of my booths is. I'm loaded down. Sorry I did not get to show you all the stuff as I was pricing things because I had a lot of new inventory y'all haven't seen, but whenever I do the reset and the reveal, you'll be sure to see all the new stuff there. I'm excited about all the new stuff coming into the store. So let's get to Coeur d'Alene and start the day. Okay, y'all, welcome to Paris. You'll notice the big cow. It's always here, kind of its trademark. But let's go in and get started. So here is my booth in its current state, which it looks good. I'm just ready to do a full reset since I haven't moved really anything around other than just kind of swapping pieces. So I think I'm gonna do an entire switcheroo, switching out these cabinets. I've got some new tables I think I'm gonna bring in, and then 2 boxes full of new stuff, and maybe take out some old pieces that haven't sold yet. So here's the beginning. Before I do anything, I need to measure because there's a thermostat and make sure everything's gonna fit. Change of plans. Height-wise, these shorter shelves will fit underneath the thermostat, but the length will stick out past the wall. So that is not gonna work. I'm so excited. I can't believe I didn't notice this sooner, but I had a big vintage gold mirror hanging right here and it sold. $95. Yay. I really want to keep these lamps in here, but I'm still trying to find shades for them. I just haven't found anything I like. And I have some other small lamps that I want to bring in because I think I would like to change that out. That just looks a little more fall, but I'm going to wait until I find some shades. I love how fresh this is looking right now with the mixed metals and the white. These are some old lithographs that they used to sell at the gas stations, and they're so sweet. There's a bunch of different prints in there. I got a bunch of these actually last year and sold a lot of them at our Harrison store, so I brought a few of those here. Is this not the cutest thing you have ever seen? I've always loved this lidded dish too, the rose on top. I'm surprised it hasn't sold. I've had it a while, so I'm gonna bring it to the booth and see how it does here. And y'all look, I got not one, but two cloisonne vases. I thrifted this one a while back and it's been in storage waiting to come out for spring, and I love it. I'm obsessed with this type of design. Okay, y'all, so these are a set of cookingware. They're these vintage Japanese, I believe. Yeah, vintage Kobe Japanese floral pots. And this is not part of the set, but how perfectly does that go together? This is a Japanese vase, so you'll see these similar patterns a lot, but I've never seen anything that's not a set go together so good. Okay, well, all the new stuff's out. Now I just need to go through the older stuff and see what's coming out and what's gonna stay. And I think I'm gonna move either that painting or that painting just because they're brighter. I don't know, it's still winter, so I might move this winter scene up here so it can be seen better, because when you come into the booth, you can't even see it. All right, so I moved this piece from there to here, testing that out to see how I like it. And I think I'm gonna move this table, which was in this corner, because it's kind of hidden back there also. I think I'm gonna move that there. I'm just not sure if that's gonna look overcrowded. Well, my first break of the day. Surprised it didn't happen sooner. All right, this is my shelf of little small stuff. I moved those up here, but I'm gonna play with this a little bit just to make it look a little, I don't know, a little cuter. Okay, got those guys hung up there. Love that. I'm gonna be hanging that wall hanger right there, that runner. All right, I think that's looking a little more cohesive now. And I'm just down to these few things that I'm having trouble finding a spot for. And it's the sides of these that are really pretty that I wanna showcase. So I think I'm gonna have to have them at eye level. I really want them on this shelf, but I like all the milk glass together and it really pops against the wallpaper. So I don't know, maybe I could put them in the middle. Okay, I think that works. Okay, well, I got it all finished up and that did not take me near as long as I thought it would, luckily. I thought it was gonna be here all day, or at least for several hours doing that. So let me flip you around and show you all the changes. To take a quick pause because I got customers in my booth. wrap on my booth reset. I'm very happy with the finished product and was even more happy to find some sales slips when I came into the store from last week, late last week. So it's always exciting. They have these little drawers with yellow slips of your sales. And so I sold 3 pretty good size or pretty good price point items, about $150 worth just in the last few business days. So I was really excited about that. And I think the booth looks great. I'm pretty happy with it. Other than bringing in some more artwork and of course finding some lampshades for those lamps. And I've got a few small lamps I want to bring in for more lighting. I'm still on the hunt for a hanging lamp and or some kind of like chandelier to hang up high in my booth. I think that would look really good. And I'd like to find a few more baskets to hang up high as well. So the hunt continues, and basically every week I just go in and move stuff around and try to keep the booth fresh. But overall, I think it's looking pretty good. So thank y'all for tagging along. If you're ever in Coeur d'Alene, definitely go check out these vintage stores. There are some really, really great vendors with beautiful stuff, beautiful displays. I'll put the address of both locations there in the description below. And you can also follow me on Instagram. I post a lot more real-time behind the scenes on there. And if you have any questions about anything you saw in the video, or if you're, local, definitely swing by the store, go check it out in person. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.